buddy, bang. Bang, so Jay, my Lord said, come on in. I'll meet you there.
Loretta, you tell us a little bit about your experience. How old were you when you started this wonderful work?
Well, I started when I was 9 years old. I lived with my grandmother, and that's all we did for a hobby, quilt. Back in the days, the older people's quilt. And so my grandmother quilted, and I would thread the needles for her to quilt at night because she couldn't see too well. And then she said, well, time for you now. You're old enough to make some quilts. It's time for you to start to making quilt. And she said, you're going to piece this quilt, and when you piece it, you're going to quilt it. And so it took me a year before I finished the quilt. I was 11 years old then.
Bang, so good on it, fall down. Down yonder buddy, bang. Bang, so good on it, fall down yonder. Bang, so good on, my Lord said, come on anytime. I'll meet you there.
I pieced the quilt, but it took me a long time to piece it. Every time I would put it down and think my grandmama done forgot about it, she said, you get your quilt now and sew some on it. You're going to sew this quilt till you make it, and when you make it, you're going to quilt it. And that's what I did. And she said, you're going to have children, and you're going to need quilts to keep them warm. And that's what we did. We made quilts to keep us warm because we didn't have no lights. We didn't have no gas. We didn't have no running water. We had to tote water. We had the hot water to wash with, to cook with, to take a bath with. I had to tote water. I didn't even have a pump. So I thank God for enabling me to do it, make those quilts to keep me and my kids warm, because we didn't have no quilts, no heat, no other in the living room and in the kitchen, and we had to cook with wood. So I thank God for it. My grandmama learned me that, and I did it, and I needed to do it because we didn't have no heat in the bedroom, and later in the night, around about 2 or 3 o'clock in the night, it get cold, and so we needed to make those quilts, and I didn't have nothing to make quilts out. So what little I scrapped up, I said, I got to make quilts. Every little good piece I can find, I made quilts out of it. I patched my kids' clothes. I used to patch them. So when they got so bad I couldn't patch them, the hem in the front, I would take the leg part and tear the best part and make quilts out of old material like jeans and huntsman dresses back in the days and corduroy. And I always made my quilt out of old material. So God done blessed us now. It's a lot of new material. All those quilts in the book and on that wall in the museum, they were made by my hand. Some of them, 1 or 2 new pieces was in there. I got 1 or 2 quilts with new fabric in it. And I pieced by my hand. I quilt by my hand. And those quilts in that museum and on that wall, they are quilted with cotton from the Gentiles. We picked cotton then and we gin, and that's what we had to put in our quilt.
And I started quilting when I was 12 years old. My first quilt I made, it took me a whole year to make, and quilted too. And I thank the Lord that He able me to get here to know I could piece quilt. That's one of my quilts right there. I could piece.
This is your quilt.
Yeah, that is my quilt.
It's just beautiful.
And most of the thing I piece quilt with.
Your stitches are beautiful.
Is corduroy and jean. And I take corduroy and something somebody had worn, And I love it. They loved it. And I make my
Yeah.
quilt. I be singing and praying.
And it made them remember where they went when they saw. They was, oh, I wore this when I
Yeah,
went to church, or I
right.
wore this to school. Yes.
And he just do my soul good for me to sit there and sing and pray and talk to the Lord, 'cause
That's right.
I struggle, but the Lord brought me through that
That's
struggle.
right.
Years I keep toiling, toiling through the storm and rain. I've been patiently waiting, waiting for my blessed Lord. Lord, I'm coming home.
My mama, she loved to sing, and when she taught me how to peace quilt and things, she always be singing and praying. And I could hear her growing in the groan, and her groan was, oh, please, oh, please, oh, please, oh, please. You know, she didn't have nothing, and then she had all those kids. And here was trouble when you could hear that groan. It do something to your heart. It just melt your soul. Because mama and them struggling so hard. I'm 67 years old. My birthday coming up. And I can do some anything I want to do. It may not last but a little while, but I can do some anything I want to do.
And mostly I really learned with my mom, because she used to make quilts and sell to help put my brothers through college. I had a brother to go through college off of quilts my mom made and sold. And I just started from there.
Esther just a fast learner. She just see me do something, she'll go and do it. She just a fast learner. She always is easy to catch on. If she see you do something, she'll do it too.
And this here is just a pastime hobby I like. Sometimes when I get off of work, I'll come home and maybe sit down and make a quilt. Or either just sit down and think about how I wanted to design one. But I normally end up with a different design that I have in mind. Like right now. I don't know what I got in mind to do with this. But it's going to turn out to be a pretty nice quilt when I finish it.
Yes, it was very smart, very active, good understanding about things. She loved to sew. She loved to work.
Basically, I love my quilts when I make them. They be beautiful to me. I don't know about how to anybody else, but to me. And then when I quit them, oh, I get another breath of them.
She'll come there and say, Mama, this the way it's supposed to go? I said, yeah. I said, yeah, that's the way it's supposed to go, just like that. I didn't know too much about what the way it's supposed to go myself. I just tell her, yeah. She ain't kind as I am. She ain't gotta take what I take though. It ain't gotta work that way with her. She'll take something, but she ain't gotta take as much as I took. She always told me, Mama, I ain't gotta take what you took.
We was quilting with 4 frames, and we make those skews up in the light, in the wall of the house, in the loft of the house, and we quilt. We had strings, and we let it down when we get ready to quilt, and at night we let it up while it won't be in the kids' way, because we had children. I had children, and we had to have heat in the house. And sometimes I would stay up to 2 and 3 o'clock quilting. I mostly quilt by myself. And I never thought they would be hanging in the museum. And I never thought they would be on stamp. So they look so pretty. in the museum,
Beautiful.
and they look so nice on the stamp. Ooh, I just love it. Thank God for it, because I had a hard life. I had to do my choices, cook for my kids, wash for them, iron their clothes, get them ready for school, and I had to tote water for everything. So God has really blessed us, and He able us now to enjoy, to reap the reward that He had for us.
And all, He's all, and all, He's mine, He's yours, He's all, and all.
And I would quilt then now till about 2 or 3 o'clock in the night. I used to would get tired, but I had to do it. I had to do it because I had a family, and I had to keep them warm because when nobody give me now a quilt, and I couldn't buy no blankets, and we didn't have no good material. We just pieced out what we can find out of old clothes, and I made what I could make. They kept me warm. I loved those pretty ones, but I couldn't make them, and so I didn't worry about them. I did what I can do.
The Tenwood Alliance and Tenwood, a group of organizations that work together, were founded by my dad and myself, and Tenwood Books, which is the publishing part of Tenwood, was founded by my dad and the actress and activist Jane Fonda, to bring works like the work these two wonderful women make, but also the work of other important artists throughout the South. The Tenwood Alliance researches and documents and tries to preserve, and after doing all of that, presents the work and the documentation, tries to present it in a way to the public, bring it to the public's attention. For too long, the kind of work, not just the quilts, but the paintings and the sculpture and other things created by African Americans in the South have been overlooked or ignored or copied by other people. And so the Tenwood Alliance tries to bring all of that material together, interview and research the artists, and also preserve it, because so much of that culture is being lost every day. So we do that and organize art exhibitions, which we hope to find museums that are interested and think it's as important as we do, and books, publish books, and do documentary films, and anything we can to try to bring this work to the public's attention.
And the quilt would come in my mind, what I wanted to make. I could put it there on my bed, and I didn't even have a pattern. It just came right in my mind. And I said, I believe I go do this. I just get me a scissors and I just cut and make any kind of quilt I want.
He's an Episcopal priest who's doing civil rights work, went to Gee's Bend, went to Wilcox County where Gee's Bend is, and noticed some of the quilts and thought maybe we can start a cottage industry, and they eventually began having quilts designed that the women in the community would make, that would sell in places like Bloomingdale's and those different places. And it didn't really work. Somebody joked it'd be like asking Picasso to come paint your house. he's a great painter, so we'll find a job for him painting houses. And it didn't really respect the work that the women did. It recognized their sewing skills, but it didn't fully appreciate their artistic abilities.
Got some pieces, sold them together. That reason I can't piece no fancy quilts now, because I just got a piece and sold it together and made quilts. Couldn't even quilt them good, you know. Say, I just got any kind of piece. I wouldn't choose, I wouldn't pick it. I just got any kind of piece I can find. If it didn't match or whatever, I just sold it together. Jeans, not just tough jeans. You know, some jeans tough, not that kind. Jeans and cotton rod, all of that good quilting stuff. Yeah. Piecing all these fancy quilts, I never could piece too much of fancy quilts. I just do my way. You know.
You study over things, you think over it, and it come in your mind one thing at another, one thing at another. You get it all together. You say, I could do that. And you could do it. That's the way it was with me. That's where I learned. You was using sometimes little print clothes, the men's pants. The first thing, you cut the block. Next thing, you put them blocks together with the needle and the thread. You sew these pieces together. You want to make them in blocks, you make them in blocks. Or you could make the blocks and put the blocks together with strippings in between, or whatever way you want to put them together. If you want to sew the quilt, just round, and you go round or round and finish the quilt. When Ben them came down there, I told Mary, I said, the Lord sent y'all down here. And I thank the Lord for him sending them, because they helped us to come this far. If it hadn't been for Mary and Bia, we wouldn't have been here today. They knew we were making art, and we didn't know anything about art. And I just thank the Lord that they came and opened up doors with the Lord to help for us to go place. It wasn't nothing but the good Lord who did it for us. And I thank the Lord. And I thank you, man, for you. And he traveled with us so much. He all the time on the phone trying to make preparation for us to go places. And he asked me, do you want to go see such a place? I said, yeah. He said, I want to know, because when the time comes, if I change my mind, I got to go, because he done made reservation and everything. And I just thank you, man, for so much you have to you.
Thank you, not just for myself, but for everybody. I mean, I just wake up every day and just feel blessed that I had a small role in helping the world know about you and Loretta and G's Bend, and makes me very happy.
coming home one day.